Young royals will have to spend a year in the military or volunteer in the community under Rishi Sunak's latest plans to revive national service. Prince George, Prince Louis, and Princess Charlotte will be expected to undertake the scheme when they turn 18, with details confirming that there will be very limited exceptions to get out of the service and that the young royals will not be exempt. It comes after the Secretary of State James Cleverly revealed to LBC on Sunday that those who refuse would not receive criminal sanctions. Prince George, 10, will be the first young royal made to undertake the scheme when he turns 18 in July 2031, followed a year later by Princess Charlotte, 9, and 3 years later by Prince Louis, 6. Princess Beatrice and Eugenie also have young children who would be eligible to take part once they reach the age of 18, as well as Prince Edward's son, the Earl of Wessex, 16. Rishi Sunak made the first major policy announcement of the general election campaign on Sunday, vowing to bring back national service for 18-year-olds, a scheme that has not been seen in the UK since 1960. The Prime Minister received backlash after launching the proposal but said he wanted the change to instill a shared sense of purpose in today's youth. The royal family has a long history of serving in the military, with Prince William a Sandhurst graduate before he spent 7.5 years in full-time military service. Mr. Cleverly said the service would be compulsory, adding, "We will look at what the appropriate response will be." There's not going to be a criminal sanction for this, the same way people are compelled to be in education or training between 16 and 18. He clarified details of the scheme, saying the military part will be paid, but the voluntary section would not be. The Tories also revealed plans on how they would encourage teenagers to apply for the military scheme, including participants being potentially favored over other applicants when applying for jobs. One of the options is the introduction of fast-tracked routes into graduate schemes and the civil service for those who have served. Another is that employers are encouraged to consider armed forces recruits during the hiring process, and that participants are given the opportunity to highlight their military experience on their UCAS applications for university and apprenticeships. However, the armed forces option would be selective, with only around 30,000 placements for the brightest and best. On Sunday, Mr. Sunak said, "National service schemes in countries around the world show just how fulfilling it is for young people. We want to make sure Britain's future generations can get the most out of national service. That's why we're looking into ways it can open doors they wouldn't otherwise get in work or education." Only the Conservatives will take the bold action required to deliver a secure future for the next generation. Mr. Cleverly said the plans show the Tories are investing in young people and trying to address some of the challenges that today's youth face. In other countries that we've looked at that do this, this is a very, very popular scheme. Parents particularly very, very keen for their children to be involved in this kind of stuff, he said. A Labour Party spokesperson said the announcement was another desperate £2.5 billion unfunded commitment from a Tory party which already crashed the economy, sending mortgages rocketing, and now they're spoiling for more. This is not a plan, it's a review which could cost billions and is only needed because the Tories hollowed out the armed forces to their smallest size since Napoleon, the spokesperson said. The Lib Dems have also slammed the announcement, with leader Ed Davey describing it as a desperate and pathetic attempt. In European nations with national service, members of the royal family are expected to take part. Princess Ingrid Alexandra of Norway recently began her 12-month military placement with the Engineer Battalion. Spain's Crown Princess Leonor is undergoing 3 years of military training, although the country no longer has national service. Studies from Norway and Israel, which have national military service schemes, suggest they give youngsters a leg up into subsequent careers, the Tories said. The Conservatives have promised to establish a royal commission, bringing in expertise from across the military and civil society to establish the details of the program. It will be asked to look at models in other countries to design incentives for those taking part in Britain. The party said the commission would be tasked with bringing forward a proposal for how to ensure the first pilot is open for applications in September 2025. After that, it would seek to introduce a new National Service Act to make the measures compulsory by the end of the next parliament, the party said.